Warning, this video contains spoilers for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Hey everyone, Ravinous here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, where last time we finally made it to level 70, did our level 70 monk job quest to get our final ability, as well as our artifact gear. Now, we are still in Kagane after I open up the box, and let's see. Sorry, I was in the wrong window. But there was one thing here at Kagane that we still need to do, which we couldn't have done at Ralgar's Reach. But since we happen to be at Kagane, we can unlock our level 70 hunt boards. So, let's go here. Good to see you, Ravinous. There is news I've been waiting to share with you. It's at Damnable Wilvelva. She has the gall to chastise me for inviting passerby to join Clan Centurio. All I ever sought was to bring the thrill of the hunt to all who cared to know it. I grant you, no soul save you that I recruited have ever reported back from their outings. We assume them all fallen, but such is the nature of the hunt. I have neither the time nor patience for the weak. Let the hunt call them from our ranks, I say. If 100 must die for Clan Centurio to find one such as you, so be it. I knew you to be of great ability, but never did I suspect you would climb so high. You have done good by me, and made me proud to call you brother. From this day forth, I recognize you as one of Clan Centurio's most accomplished hunters. With that, you have the clan's leave to hunt Eorzea's most fearsome quarry. I hazard you require no long-winded explanation, having already faced such beasts in Ishgard. Still, for the sake of ceremony, go and speak of Wilvelva. Go well, Ravinous. And don't go dying on me now. The true fun has only just begun. Alright, so let's talk to her. Hail, Ravinous. I have heard word from Estrild. It seems she has vouched for your promotion to Clan Centurio Elite. I agree, you have proven yourself. There is nary a soul in the clan who doubts your ability. We welcome to our highest ranks, brother. We wish you good fortune on your future hunts. You will need it, for now you hunt the fiercest prey Eorzea has to offer. On these hunts, we grade our quarry according to its strength. The higher the grade, the greater the bounty. But, of course, so too the greater the danger. Never has Elstrid thought so highly of one of her recruits. You have come far. So far, any further words of warning may be meaningless, but I will give them all the same, now more than ever. Do not overestimate yourself. Alright. Elite Hunts. You can grab them from the board. Now these, if they're like Ishgard, are weekly, where you can hunt. Let's see, for me it's a Zemstet. I actually saw the Aswang. When we were in the Zemstet before. Now he is my target. Once a week I can take out a B rank for that. And of course the A and the S I can take out whenever. Alright, so 1 second. Alright, but we need to head back to the peaks. So to Alagana, and we're going to use a ticket because we are far away. Alright, to the side quest. Because I believe all the other stuff level 70 stuff I unlock won't be available until I beat the main story, so. But we need to do our side quests for the sake of prosperity. And we're going to talk to you, Hungry here. Did we talk to you before? Thank you for your help with those midgets the other day. I've been refining my smoke bombs in the meantime, and was hoping you'd be willing to test the new ones out for me. I refined the smoke bombs to contain a potion that will keep any midgets at bay much longer than smoke could. Who knows, if they work, maybe I can even sell them. The workers at Briar's Bread especially actually expressed an interest in seeing a demonstration. Take these and scatter them around the fields there. Aim well and you might finish the job with a few bombs to spare. Good luck. Alright, off we go. So that means I will go and do my hunts off camera. That way we can focus these videos on the quests. And unlocking dungeons and everything like that. Alright, so. Let's see if I can hit all 4 of those with one. Yay, I could. And what about you? Awesome. I just needed 2. Well done. But it looks like this isn't the end of the quest, as it's not a green mark yet. Oh, I see a sightseeing log. There we go. Alright, all done. Quite effective, aren't they? I'm hoping they might revolutionize agriculture in areas largely populated by older folks such as myself. By the way, you wouldn't happen to belong to the Resistance, would you? I knew it. I thought I heard a member of theirs that matched your description. In that case, there's one more thing I'd ask of you. Give these to my son, Gillo, the next time you visit Ralger's Reach. I only heard recently that he joined the Resistance after he left home. I somehow doubt he wants to see me, so please deliver these smoke bombs in my stead. Awesome! That should mean that the side quests in this area are complete. Usually when they send me back to the Reach, that's the thing. So, we'll fly on back. Now, this artifact gear I'm wearing, artifact being our term for the signature gear, in case you weren't aware, there's one for A Realm Reborn, one for Heaven's Ward, and now this one. Though they also had variants that you could dye by other ways of getting improved versions. And I think being these are antiquated, there's going to be an improved version of these. But my point being that this set is my base entry gear. This should help me meet the item level required for getting into the level 70 dungeons. Because now, whereas before it locked you out by level, now it locks you out by item level. So, but they designed this specifically to help you get into those first dungeons, rather than having to go buy a crappy pair from a vendor like they did in Heaven's Ward. So, anyway, point is, we're going to be replacing this with gear from level 70 dungeons. But this should be good for now. Oh, I don't have to go very far. Well, if this isn't the Warrior of Light, there's something I can help you with? Yeah, your dad told me to give you these. My father told you to bring these to me. No matter how times I asked him, he always refused the supply of the Resistance with his smoke bombs. He insisted they were to be used for quarrying, not war. But never mind that. Thank you for bringing these to me. I haven't been back home in a good few years now. Maybe I'll take some leave and go give him a fine bottle of local mead. Oh, he'd appreciate that. And that ends our side quests. So, now that Lise has her battle gear. I now have mine. But I did say I was going to talk to Alphino and Alice before we continued on. Oh, I thought these were somebody else's chocobos. No, they're just like chocobos hanging out in the water. Okay. But it is interesting that Lise just changed her gear for our final push, and I did for mine. Look at me and be tough. Alright, so... Well, they were right there. Oh yeah, there they are. I just didn't load in. I should have been there with you to the end. If only I hadn't been so reckless. We'll find Kryl and bring her home. After all, I need her to tell you to stay in bed. Alright. So we go talk to Lise. And move on forward. Now, I don't know how many side quests are going to be in the log. But we'll find out. Now, of course, it isn't as good as what I'm wearing. However, I do need to compare it to what I have in my inventory, because I'm going to have my samurai. My samurai is going to need this gear, so I will still continue to get the striking gear, unless I have dungeon gear that's better than it. Now that Alice has settled in, it's time we rejoin the fight. Though actually, maybe you and Alphino should go on ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that may take a while. Okay. Because yeah, I don't remember really anything about the lock from all the pre-released information. So I have no idea what to expect. Ah, there you are. What is it that Lise wanted of you? Show me her new gear. A sparring match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. But she is right. We have lingered here long enough. I'm ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't. And you had better not rise from that bed until you're given express permission to do so. Urianger will be paying you a visit soon, and he's already worried enough as it is. We have a long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Ravinous. Alright, so we are headed to Castro Maravana to meet Pippin, so we might as well return to Alighieri, which is our closest Aetheryte. Oh, nice that the side quests are done. We can move on. Get this story going again. Alright, full speed, Fenrir. Make our way over the mountains. Yeah, we don't have any other side quests. Map is fully complete. Yeah, I probably could have gotten experience at other places if I'd gotten, if I had focused more on map exploration. Because I forgot that you get experience every time you see a new zone, so, or a new location. But anyway, we're here. You are returned. How fares your sister, Alphino? Her rapier wit remains undulled, for better or for worse. Have there been any developments in our absence? I am proud to say that Castro Abania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fodola's command passed through the castrum en route to the capital, with a single prisoner in their custody. Kryl, it has to be her. In all likelihood, yes. You'll be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the Lochs has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news. Reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operation within the Lochs. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Ralger's Beacon. There she is. Sorry to keep you all waiting. An Alamegan folk dress? How very fitting. And well-fitting, I might add. I want to do something for Ida, and myself. This is it, the last push. We're coming, Kryl. Alright. In we go. And it's nicely just unlocked and I can just walk in and out now. No preference. Oh, and it's the sanctuary, so right inside is a safe spot. Cutscene.
I remember my father's words, how they rang in my ears as we left Castrum Urbania behind and looked out over the Lochs before us. Comrades brave and true, they had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us, to stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
All right.
Ere we begin, I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor.
All the leaders are here.
Now, to the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Xenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you?
Yep.
'Twould seem we are of one mind. Then let us proceed to the how of it. The immortal flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command. Once the main host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more like to trust their own.
Of course, you can count on us.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Xenos. As for the Scions, you will be held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Naturally.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
Ralga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamico will be ours once more.
All right. All right, so where does this leave me right now? What I need to do? All right. First things first, Aetherite. All right, set this as a home point. Yes. Let's take a look at this map. Oh, there's another Aetherite down in the Alamigan quarter. Interesting. But I see a Chocobo porter down here. So just in case. Then we'll come back and talk to everybody. Ooh, level 70 striking dummies. Handy. Alright, there is the Chocobo Keep. Alright, thank you. Now there is something I want to see if the merchant has, because I'm looking for a 70 striking dummy. Item. Do you have a striking dummy? No, but I do need some greens. So 82 more. That'll put me back up to 99. Let's see. No. Oh, they're all pretty high level. That's good. But you don't have the striking dummies. I'll still have to figure out where to get that later. Want to put those at our free company house. We are here now. Let's check our Aether current situation. I haven't gotten any. To the east. So we do have regular Aether currents to find in here. So we'll be treating this like a regular zone. Got it. Other side of the wall. Alright. We will know for later. But for now, let's move on. I have a lot of people to talk to. The Flames belong on the front line, whereas we are better suited to a supporting role. Owing to their lengthy campaign against the Dravanians, the Temple Knights are well-rounded force, and the Limsians, well betide the enemy who has to contend with a pirate and his axe. I swore I'd return with an army one day, and here we are. We're almost home. Father dreamed of this day for nearly half his life. Just one more step. Those Imperial bastards don't stand a chance. We'll blast them to smithereens with our cannons. How's your force doing? The battle for Castrum, Albania was brutal, but the one for Alamiga will be unlike anything we have ever known. A Stormblood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep. It is in sight. It's been a long time coming. That it has. The smell of salt water in the air here reminds me of home. I find it quite comforting. Most of the Alabigans in the residential district are on, so I doubt we'll have to deal with with many Imperial sympathizers. Connor built those walls to give shelter to his brothers and sisters, and now our people's freedom rests on us tearing them down. The stage is set and the players are assembled. Eorze has come at last to drive the invaders from her lands. What would Grandfather say if he were here with us today? Alright. Striking Hood. And we have side quests. But that would be a good idea to do those now so we can explore the area. Alright. Lieutenant Curry, how fortunate to meet a hero of your standing in these trying times. Will you be staying long? If so, I beg your assistance with a certain matter. A matter which you, as a veteran of conflict with the Empire, would be uniquely suited to resolve. Allow me to explain. Our scouts have been attempting to secure the plateaus to the northeast, but were forced to withdraw when they encountered several units of hostile war mechana. A parting gift from the Imperial Army, I assume. It would seem these unmanned contraptions were commanded to greet any who strayed too close to certain key positions with lethal force. In any case, our scouts have set up a post nearby to keep the machina under observation. Now, I have under good authority that you have amassed considerable experience in dealing with such foes. If you have time to spare, the flame officer at the observation post would be most grateful to have your destructive expertise at his disposal. Alright. Alright, your turn. You are the Strider who slew Sri Lakshmi. Would you hear my humble request? I have a tale of the Cloudkin known as the Pheasant, and I desire to claim some few of its feathers. Alas, I am ordered to hold this position, and so I shall. My sisters who patrol the mountain paths speak of beautiful winged creatures soaring through the air above their route. Perhaps the feathers I seek might be found fallen here and there. Please, Strider, venture to this high place, for your people they call the Royal Hunting Grounds, and gather the pheasant feathers you can find. Okay. It looks like, more side quests than I thought. We have two for the Aether Currents. I guess it also helps if I look where I'm going for... Oh, north side. Alright. And yours... Adventure. I need your aid in saving the souls of the dead. Pray excuse me. This sounded more dramatic than I intended. My name is Betha, by the way. You probably heard how the Empire took great pains to quash the religions of this land, for fear of the appearance of primals. But the Imperials even went so far as to forbid the harmless ceremonies folk perform to honor their fallen. As a result, the Lochs are now haunted by a host of restless shades who were denied their last rites. And sadly, brute force is the only way to banish them. I spend such spare time as I have sending these spirits on to the next world, but there is only so much one woman can do. Any aid you could offer would be greatly appreciated. You will find many an unquiet specter roaming the tombs to the northeast. Pray send them on their final rest. And yours. Lieutenant Curry, you are well known for your deeds as a soldier. On this day, however, I would call upon your broad experiences as an adventurer. As for the situation at hand, it would seem that part of our patrol route has been claimed as territory by a fearsome zone nestling. Yet we cannot simply choose to circumvent the area, lest we risk providing an unobserved entry point for the Imperial Scouts. My men and I will gladly go toe-to-toe with any military opposition, but nothing in our training has prepared us to face combat with a foe that can soar through the ravines and swoop down upon us with impunity. My comrade here almost lost his arm to such an attack, and I fear it's only a matter of time ere the creature makes a kill, unless you kill it first. The nestling surveys his domain from a narrow pillar of rock to the northeast. Pray find this predator and end the threat to our patrols. Okay, but what I'm also going to do is pick up the main story quest, because I have a feeling that they too are going to send me to the northern front. So let's do that, and then we'll end this episode, so that way we can do all this in the next. So, let's go talk to Alphino. Alright. I know it's a bit of different strategy than I have been using, but for all of our other accomplishments, Cryle remains in the hands of the enemy, and I find myself wondering if I could have done more. Though we know that now that she is taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. Hey, Thancred, what have you learned? I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She is being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Ralgr, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate Aether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I'm sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphino. We have already been tasked with securing the Alamegan quarter. This just gives us reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on a rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men, he had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. It's been a while. I'll not take offense if you don't remember me. I remember him. He's the guy we picked up at Alagana. Yeah, I take no offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. Alagana, am I right? See, called it. Whiskar's the name, and I was raised in the Peaks, but my mom grew up in the city. Any road. I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan quarter by way of Lochs. What? How? There's a story my mom told us which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl, see? How they used to have to boil water from the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the Lochs, which means there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it, but it won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well is closed, see? Apparently, Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted a key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded. He ended up working at the saltery. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't worry about that, we're used to dangerous. Nago and Ardenwald will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. Let me guess, up north? And let's double check. Oh, well, actually I need to speak to Leeds. Oh, it's an event. Which we will do in the next episode, because we are definitely out of time. So, if you enjoyed this, give a like. Any thoughts, comments down below. If you haven't subscribed, click on my beautiful face. If you would like to support these videos, check out my Patreon. And thank you for watching. Until next time, later.